All right. You know, the Hellion Rocks, we keep bringing you all the coolest shit that's around. And today, I've got Stacey Blades back with me again with his Let It Rawk thing he's got going on. And actually, I got to listen to a new track by them. American Rebels is what it's called. And you guys are going to be knocked out of your socks when you do finally hear it. Stacey, what's happening?
How are you, James? Good to be back.
Man, we're yeah, you know, a lot of good response from people checking out what you've got going on, and I've been paying attention, and looks like it's rolling good for you guys.
It really is. You know, it's I mean, anything worthwhile takes time, and you know, we spent a lot of time just getting this thing off the ground and in the right hands with the right agent, and you know, developed a show, and you know, now we've got the new single coming out, American Rebels, on May 6th on iTunes and Amazon. And we've got shows all the way through October right now. So yeah, we're kicking ass. It's awesome. I'm so excited.
Right on, man. So I know you had a couple of lineup changes since the first time we talked about Let It Rock. Mm-hmm. Why don't you roll through right now and tell us who you got playing with you?
Well, the core lineup right now is Oz Fox from Striper and Jamie St. James on vocals from Black and Blue, Mort. We've got Scott Coogan on drums, who played with Ace Frehley, Lita Ford, Lynch Mob, and of course Brides of Destruction. And we've also got Eric Brittingham on bass from Cinderella, and we've also got Sean McNabb on bass from Dokken, and Jimmy Dando will probably be drumming from time to time. So it's kind of like the whole appeal of the band is kind of like it's a revolving lineup, because it is, as we talked, you know, months ago, it is kind of an 80s metal themed show. We're taking a little bit of different direction, even though it's got the show element stuff. We're incorporating more original music into it. So I wanted to explore that, because the chemistry of this band is so great that and you can attest you've heard the track. So it was just like, let's do original music too. So it's kind of the best of everything. It's like, you know, we do everybody's catalog, and then, you know, some of the anthems from the Sunset Strip area. But then we've got, you know, two great original songs in the set too. So it's just it's a cool experience, like all the way around. So
nice. If I could talk about American Rebels just a little bit before people hear about it, you know, it does remind me of those songs we all know and love from when we were having a good time partying with rock and roll. But yet, it's got a new element to it that makes it relevant, you know, and it's something that I enjoy, and I got a great feeling that other people are going to really pick up on it. And, you know, it's something that when I did hear it, I cranked it up loud. So, you know, not only I could hear it, but the neighbors could hear it too, you know, so, but, you know, I really enjoyed it. So who played on that? Who's in the studio with you? It
was Eric Brittingham on bass. Scott did all the drums. Jamie sang all lead vocals. Scott, Jamie, and I did all the background vocals. There's some really great harmonies that we did on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scott's just an amazing drummer, and he's a great drummer. He's a great singer too. And then all the guitars are Oz Fox and myself. We do that cool kind of double harmony lead in the beginning, and then Oz leads, and then my lead is at the end of the song. So we like just layered all the guitars, and while I was mixing the song in LA, we added some more vocal parts and some guitar parts. So it just kept building, and it just sounds amazing. I'm super proud of this song. Super excited to release it.
Yeah, I was really excited to hear it too. You know, I've been kind of paying attention to what people have been talking about. Did see the live shows, and it looks like it's gone over really, really well. And I'm so happy and proud for you guys to have accomplished that great feat.
Right. You know, I wanted to make a song that the initial, you know, track. I wanted it to be, you know, sound like, you know, the bands that we were in, you know, back in the day, but have a modern feel to it too. So, I mean, it's got that familiar sound of that big 80s metal anthem, but it's got a little, you know, modernization to it, as like almost Avenged Sevenfold meets early Black and Blue, you know, if that makes any sense.
I get it. And I do love the lyrical references to some of the standards that we know and love too. You know, that was really cool to catch that.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to make the song kind of about what the band is about. You know, it's like we're, you know, all, you know, 80s guys and survivors, and we've got this new band, and you know, I thought it would be clever at some point to have references to our, you know, collective works in the, without giving it away right now, in the song, and that came out pretty cool too. So.
Nice. Recently here in conversations I've had with several people, we have been talking about how we miss rock stars. You know, we still need them. They still, you know, the over the top people that, you know, you knew automatically, hey, dude, that's got to be a band. You know, when we held people in that regard, it gave us a release, you know, and something to admire, you know, something to, you know, away from the humdrum. And I think that with what you guys got going on, it's, you know, a nod to that, something that takes us away and gives us that release and to forget about everything that's going on.
Well, that was kind of the idea, is like, you know, I wanted to kind of do a best of everything, so you can see, you know, all these guys from all these great different bands, and you hear a great catalog, plus it's a theme style show with a video production, but then at the same time it's like we're making great new music as well. So that's what I love about all three of those elements with this band. It's kind of universal. So I think that people get that, and that's why there's a lot of buzz on the band right now and a lot of excitement. So
that's awesome.
Next month we start touring, and we're really excited. So
I hope that you come somewhere near where I am, dead smack in the middle of New Mexico, and we can do a nice proper visual representation.
Yeah, absolutely.
29 yards.
Yeah, we've been talking to a few casinos in Albuquerque, so hopefully we'll get that rolling.
Awesome. You know, if not, we'll have to affect a road trip to go check out Let It Rawk.
There you go.
So, yeah, you know, I know you got the one track, and you said you've incorporated another one into the show itself.
Yes.
Are we looking at ultimately getting a full album's worth of release, or what's the future look like?
Well, you know, it's funny because at first I was like, I wanted to do a record, you know, and I was like snuffing out kind of a record deal. And, you know, Jamie kind of pointed out, it's like, you know, he's like, Stace, as you know, because not that many, unfortunately, people buy records. Of course they still do. He's like, why don't we release a single? We have control of it and see how that does, sort of test the water, so to speak. And I think, I mean, I love making records. You know, without a doubt, the whole process of recording and writing it and mixing it and, you know, watching it develop and releasing it. But it's tough in this day and age, you know, without sounding negative. So the idea was like, well, let's do something a little different. Let's keep releasing singles, and then if that warrants a record, then we'll do an album, you know. So, but that's the idea right now, is to kind of just every 3 or 4 months put out another single. And
yeah, I think that's a good plan of attack, you know, and that is something else that I've been talking about to people. You know, the whole downloading music and sharing music thing.
Yeah.
I have a technique that I share music with. I'll buy a song or I'll buy a record, and then I'll share it with other people, and then I'll buy it again and share it.
Yeah.
You know, that way, you know, I'm supporting the scene. You know, I get a lot of free music. However, I do pay for a lot of my music. You know, if somebody sends me a review copy of an album, you know, I'll review it, I'll dig it, and if I really dig it, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll buy that record.
Right. I mean, it's just with the age we live in, it's like nobody really buys full albums anymore. I mean, I go out and I buy vinyl records. I've gotten way back into vinyl, and the whole experience is just an amazing experience. Just taking the record out and putting it on the turntable and flipping it over, and you know, the lyric sheets and the liner notes and all that stuff like that. And you kind of don't really get that same experience with a CD. But you know, we're in the digital age where it is unfortunately a necessary evil that people are just buying single songs or 2 songs, and it's, you know, it's the age of convenience with the internet and technology. So sometimes you have to rethink that, and it's like Jamie said, let's put out a single first as opposed to trying to snuff out a whole record, so.
Well, now I've got to ask you, are you going to release that on a 45?
That would be
with the appropriate sleeve, the
that
artwork
would
on
be
the
cool.
sleeve and everything.
Start throwing 45s out at the live show, right? with the little
that's what I'm talking about. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be awesome. I think they'd break
that'd be a good thing to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Clocked in the head with a 45. Correct.
That would be kind of cool to see that. The artwork that we used to get on those 45s and such.
Well, another thing
awesome.
too, James, that I thought about too would be, which is a cool merch idea, is to, once the second single's out, is to package that as a 2-song disc with cool artwork. And, you sell that at the shows, and it's like, as artists, you've got to rethink how to sell your music, because, the days of selling millions of records, those are gone, It's unfortunate, and the industry kind of did that to itself, but, that's just a reality.
That's cool, though. Another thing that I actually had somebody that had listened to the prior interviews we had done, and they're real excited about the Let It Rawk show. What they were wanting to know, and this goes out, Marty asked this question, are you going to see guests jump up on some of the various locations? If there's somebody in town that wants to sit in with you guys,
absolutely.
Is that going to happen?
Yeah, absolutely. We did that with the first show in Vegas, and Ron Keel, our good buddy Ron, came up and sang on the encore song, I Want to Rock. And him and Jamie together were just fantastic. There was this dual lead vocal thing with, and they were kind of, having fun with it. And it just looked great, and it sounded amazing. So, because I want to involve, make it a show and really people come out of that and have a really fun time and a great experience, seeing great musicians and great little production and just a kick-ass set, so that definitely is something that we try to do as much as possible, yeah.
Nice. So, have you gotten feedback from the fans at the live shows yet? I know you said you guys were going to hang out and talk to them. What's the feel like?
We get a lot of great response, right? It's funny because it's like, we've only done one show, but now obviously that's going to change starting next month. We've got lots of information coming in. The great thing is that, there's such a good chemistry between the 5 of us, that, it really transponded across to the fans, and there were people were really impressed with the show and the musicianship, of course. I was like, wow, you guys sound like you've been playing together for years. So
nice.
I really cherish that. That's, that's not easy to come by, so right off the bat, that was great. And we got a lot of great press from the show. And it's been, here we are in May now, almost in May, and it's, I had to wait for kind of everybody's schedules to kind of slow down a little bit, and it took a while to record this song. So, but yeah, we're anxious to start playing again. So, because it's like a lot of our fans and stuff like the Midwest and New Mexico and Denver and places like that, and East Coast. So, we're trying to fill up as many tour dates as we can. So I just ask people to be patient. We'll play everywhere we can. So, I get bombarded with messages. Play here, play here, play here. It's like we're working on it. So
I can imagine that. We're gonna keep everybody involved, and we're gonna keep everybody informed.
Yeah.
Anything that I'm on top of what you guys are doing. And when you do release the track on May 6th, I'm gonna do a write up on it. Get people to check it out. And
we gotta, it's like we gotta, we're lucky that we still have everybody, that this music is still alive, and we're still all plugging away at it, and we're no spring chickens anymore, but it's music that stays true in people's hearts, and so thankful that people that come out to the shows and they buy the T-shirts and they support the band on social media and stuff like that. We're really blessed,
Well, awesome. I know we're talking about American Rebels. It's coming out May 6th from Let It Rawk. And I got to tell you, it does rock. You're not going to be disappointed in this track.
No.
It is a track that is definitely meant to be cranked all the way up past 11.
This one goes to 12.
So everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah. And that's what I want. That was the idea, James. And it's like I wanted a big, just loud guitar, lots of vocal hooks and big chorus, and that was the idea, right off the bat. People are going, oh, it's like, what is this? So, yeah, it's everything that you'd want to hear from a band like this. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So this is your chance. Right now we're talking to 140 countries. Tell them all you want to tell them about everything you got going on real quick.
The Let It Rawk thing is just really cool, and there are great musicians in it. With the great '80s metal guys from Black and Blue and Stryper and Dokken and Bullet Boys and Ace Frehley and all these great people that are involved in this. We've also got a Let It Rawk club night that I do every Wednesday here in Las Vegas. And that is a weekly thing we do here at a place called The End Bar, not too far from the Strip. And it's just a cool rock hang with DJ that plays, just all really killer stuff from 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. And, our sponsor is Rock and Roll Gangstar Clothing Apparel. And, we're just branching out in all different avenues for Let It Rawk. So, we're going to take this up to the top of Everest.
That's cool. The Hellion Rocks is 110% behind you guys.
Thank you.
And I will remain that way because you guys are championing the cause.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool,
that
Stacey.
we are.
It's been great talking to you.
You too, James.
And we will get this out, and we'll be still staying in touch.
For sure, brother. And
if you're Stacey Blades.
If you're close to, we'll try to get to New Mexico, but if you're close to the vicinity or Vegas and stuff like that, just drop me a line.
We will, man. Cool. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Cool, James. Thanks, buddy. Have a great day.
We'll talk soon.
Cheers. You too.